Hello everyone. Today we will have a review of my transparent shirts, but the review will be unusual. And we will compare wet and dry look. Look, this will be our first one, like this blue one, transparent. Next, this is a purple transparent one. Next, we have this black one. Transparent. And also, like this, transparent gray. Well, let's start with that. So on me, the first shirt is this gray. Quite translucent. It has this patina here, it's slightly hard. It's synthetic. It goes in frills. This is how it looks from the front, from the side, and from the back. This is what it's quite long. I like wearing shirts like this on. For example, throw it under a t-shirt, or under a top and throw it over your shoulders. Here, it's sewn so. It has some protruding here. Threads. The one you're pulling is coming undone. The buttons aren't sewn on very well, because the threads are sticking out here too, along the seam. It's also crooked. The line here is uneven. Here, it is so translucent when dry. I am very interested in how it looks when wet, and how it will change to the touch and feel. Will it remain as hard or something slightly cardboard? Here? Well, let's see now. So my shirt looks wet. It also gets very wet, and water on it. While it's running out, it leaves a wet trail. I don't like it that much. That's what it looks like. You can't wear all these shirts. No way to sweat or get wet. That they all behave the same. She's pretty strong presses. Maybe you have to peel it off with difficulty. And it sticks back. And it itself becomes more transparent. And it darkens, so to speak. Well, I don't know. Not exactly a pleasant feeling. I think it's not very nice to wear this to work and at important moments. So I'm wearing the next shirt. It's this beautiful purple lilac shade. And she also has these lanterns. The sleeves seem to me like they're not so lush, you know. That's why they're different from the previous ones. There are assemblies along edges. That they're like this is interesting. Climb a little in a wave. Go. Also, it itself is more or less stitched, but threads are still sticking out everywhere. Seams also a little dancing from side to side. There are also threads sticking out here. I don't really like it. There's a big knee. And also, she doesn't have any here buttons. It's all because all the buttons are sewn on very poorly. Somewhere better, somewhere worse. This way it looks straight. This way it looks from the side. This way it looks at the back. And it also feels a bit rough. And the fact that, I don't know, in principle, it doesn't feel that strong, but it's synthetic. It'll be hot in the summer. Well, let's look at it wet now. So I'm wearing the next shirt. Well, here's the purple one. What? It's become darker, so to speak, and it became very tight. It also absorbs quite a lot. It leaves wet streaks. If I run my hands over it like this, you see the whole edge became like this speck. Here? Well, I don't recommend it to you when it's wet. Here? Other shirts? Yes. That's not it. That it gets pretty wet. And it can let you down. It itself also became a little more glossy as if wood. But I don't really like it, and also it's all water. It's down. By the way, be sure to subscribe and click the bell. So I'm wearing the following shirt. It's like this black. It's like this, transparent, translucent, and unfortunately because of the material. And it shines in the light. I don't really like it. That's what I really see how it shines. That it not mad in my opinion others. Oh no, others in my opinion also actually glow on. Glares on lighting. Here? She has the same here as the last one. Threads sticking out on sleeves. And this is what it looks like from the front, from the side, and from the back. Well, I like it that I would definitely wear it. By the way, it feels like it's softer in dry form than the last shirt. That's why. Here I definitely like it and it wins. And plus, we'll see how it feels too. From the fact that it will become wet. That's it. Well, let's see now how it will look wet. So my next shirt is like this. Already wet. By the way, it doesn't seem to get wet. All the water is off it. Well, you can brush it off and it's pretty hard. But it still gets pretty wet if try. And by the way, it doesn't press itself tightly to the body. Only slightly. But bearable. And it doesn't seem to change much. Due to the fact that it got wet. That's it. That's why in principle, it will be comfortable even in wet weather. And also the backlighting hasn't changed at all. It's completely invisible. Only like that slightly. A wet shine appeared on it and that's it. That's why I recommend it to you in all games. So I'm wearing the last shirt, it's like this. Blue. It looks a lot like a shirt you can wear in the office on study. Like this. Pretty. Office business. Like this. She's not very neat here. She's not very neat here hemmed. Because the stitching is dancing, the fabric is also dancing inside here. And plus it all gathers into a wave here. The threads here are white, everything is stitched, but they don't bother me. What confuses me the most is that everything is just so very agitated. And that here, threads that I'm pulling are sticking out everywhere. And now the button will go. Also, there is no button in here at the top. So it looks straight. From the side and from the back. Here it is quite beautiful and light. But these disadvantages are not so. It feels like this too rough. Synthetic but glows. Reflects. In lighting. We need to see how it behaves when wet. Well, let's see now. So on me sweater. The shirt looks after. What? It became more very. To press hard against me. Here? It itself did not change its properties in any way, basically. Stayed just as soft. It gets wet very, very easily. That's why I don't know. I advise you to run, for example. It seems to me it won't be very good in hot weather. If you have wet marks here on your armpits. Because it gets wet very easily. And it's very noticeable. It became more transparent. To have such a more blue, delicate shade. That's it. Only if for some event. I don't know. So write in the comments, which shirt did you like the most? Like, subscribe, and bye bye everyone.